and Sunday service. Sunday service ene ye be hwe ye nuanom ye friend is saying Paralympic ye nuanom Paralympic fo a wo ma bombodin akopie mu OSLO na ensem bebre aba etunya ba bombodin na share video no na eja roko mamente wonka na yentwetwe eyenkomo mamema Tracy mema Tracy akwa aba onya ba ebia meti dane afache me stream wo say 3 different devices so eti for free me na afache me se me dane metia mamema ora ayete sasreku akwa aba sanso na mote me ka che me ba live ache me ba live ache ni eje mensa me nga boy anyami me ba live ache kakra anti onya ba share the video YouTube fo nyina so me mamu akwa aba me mamu atenase onya ba share the video ebedi nkomo afa Paralympic yenuanom Paralympic fo a omakopie mu wo Norway OSLO on the 25th of April and omukodu Norway na assembly asi ayehuhu assembly asi ni nyina ne se yenuanom kopie mu wo ho no wo mayira yenuanom kopie mu wo OSLO no wo mayira na yebedi nkomo afa. And also we'll be looking at a friend is saying election 2024 preparing the minds of Ghanaians. Prepare the minds of Ghanaians. 2024 about one beko akotono. Ba betwetwe Hong Kong. Tracy Ghana for na yira wo asemesi ayehuhu asem no a esi no asem no ayehuhu aminchia owura Boache minchia owura John Boache na minchia girlfriend Dag Lomote girlfriend minga boy YouTube fo nyina nso no me mamu nyina mo akwaba oba say something on YouTube na mintimi acknowledge mo amod YouTube now my main kind story no na my first story no BBC there main kind story ne ma o say the nation minister and the police of Ghana are investigating how 11 member team were present present themselves as Ghana Paralympic team for Norway after arriving in the country. I'll say a letter from the National Security Minister to the Sports Ministry is saying, a friend is saying, Paralympic for no, omukodu OSLO, Norway no. Jumedi nanka competition baso on the 27th no. Omukodu 25th, 27th edu ya competition no. Ghana Paralympic for no. Yehu omubiem. Ora John ora support me. I see you. Enzima TV. Ebi amokode beautiful Enzima TV. Say tinati minga boy. Edienu anu akopie mu OSLO Paralympic. Yeka Paralympic a de chene say yenu anu omadi dem. Obi one say twa, obi one na etwa. Obi one nsame enu ni nyina etwa, obi one na ame ni etwa mtiti wheelchair mu. Ana ija omagudi a wo mu ba bedi. Na sa agudi we no omudi omo abedi no. Obesa ye bi kra in the year September and the year September October. Ewo France. Eti Norway de no ma sha ase. Na Norway no mo call no mo do 25th. 27 eja say omo nyina ahia ewo stadium say your friend of Forge Craft Benge City Marathon no. Ye ko hwehwe Ghana for no were nowhere to be found. Ora kujumu akwaba. Ya hwehwe Ghana for ya hwehwe Ghana for no a. Mami for so to say. Ya hwehwe Ghana for Truly, it is saying Ghana phone in ho. Eja competition is so Ghana for ka ho. Na de ekɔwie mu ne sɛ ma menkenkan na mento aso na wanka sɛ bia me na mebɔ bitrim aka bibi. And on the 27th, the Norwegian security and the Norwegian government noted that the Ghanaian Paralympics were not present. So they informed the Ghana minister, the ambassador. Ana eja ambassador no so kyerɛ sɛ ɛsɛ Ghana fo no wɔ hɔ. Ɔmo kɔ hwehwɛ mu a Ghana fo ni wɔ. So officials from Norway arrest one member of the 11-member team. It is easy and one more try. So mbehunu baby omu nyina wo. Na omato nkra sɛ ebi mo dwane afri Norway akɔwura Sweden. It is easy no the Norwegian embassy of Ghana don't issue alert to other Schengen and Western diplomatic missions for Accra and the European Border Coast Guard Agency to find and return the Ghanaians. Paralympic. Wait, Abranti bi a metaa hwɛ ne show ɛwɔ ɛmu a na ma hwɛ ne show kakra. Ɔyɛ ne introduction sɛ Dagati Asemaba. Kabo Asemaba o. Asem kɛseɛ paa. Asem a ɔto yɛ no ɛnyɛ easy o. But can you blame them? Can you blame these Paralympic athletes? Can you blame them? Benjamin Wakwaba. Can you fault them? Yemu bebre abroche no eba no ye ka kire obroni ni say ye ba visit. Time ni do ye ne ankobi. Can you blame them? And then a topic me babedi won komo no is entitled leadership. But on the premises me person me dem come on shase no efa the Paralympic nkofo ya omayira. Yemu bebre no senye suku ene e ba ye na ewie ye na ese ekobaka. Yaka kwaku aka. Yemu bebre ese e ba visit ni du ye na yankobi. Ane e di atena mu awo we ma. Abeye British citizens, Norwegian citizens, American citizens. Me boana. Now the big question is, was it right for the Paralympic people to run away? Was it right? As for the question of right or wrong, I will not go into it. Because for me, nipa no a wɔyɛ Paralympic for the pain, maybe ma on the background kakra. The amount of nipa no a wɔwɔ Paralympic ne papa no a ɔno no ɔyɛ dean mini pansuo was say absconding of para athletics in Norway. No Ghana Paralympic team member absconded in Norway. Those on the run are impersonators. Samson Dean, Ghana Paralympic Committee President, Anna Odessa Assembly Atuja. Now, Ora Dean, no me info ni ba bechere. Ora Dean was also running a friend is I think say travel and tour. Ora Dean was also running travel and tour. Itimu amu no. Yes, Onie. Our travel and tour. Our dear amount for 2 coin. And for me, I'm not surprised to say, hey, Philida, Philly, how are you? Now, I'm not surprised to say, Aquaco PMC. I'm not surprised because Obi or no travel and tour company there. They what the amount for befim. Sebi Ghana for refia mamen kaim. Pius Enam Hazide, former Minister for Youth and Sports. Edumedi ebi kosu Australia. na eno nso so no na efa wo mo di dem saa na dwumadie no kopie mu wo no e wo Australia no na Ghana fo no mo ye anifrafo mko wie mu kopie mu Australia no omko du Australia no na Ghana fo no mo ye anifrafo no eye blind any eye dumb ne deaf for the deaf for ne dumb for no any blind for no e kopie mu no na Ghana fo no ede omko Australia na omo se so omo ye dumb omo ntimi nkasa no omo ye deaf omo nti asem no e kowie na afre de Ghana Australia Ghana for kopie mu Australia na afre de omo start take kasa omo start take asem na me say wow no know you say oye obi a oye ni freni wo Ghana ukokopie mu e wo Australia utimi hu ade ti Ghana fo no omo ye anifrafo no a omo ntias omo hu ade no a omo nsan so enti asem omo kodu Australia no kwa ade omo ni kobie ye omo ni kote ye amo mu hu ade omo start so omo cancel ekwawie eche ya hwehwe Ghana fo ne ehu omo so japa omo de nwa kewura hwehwe Ghana fo hwehwe Ghana fo hwehwe Ghana fo ye hu Ghana fo enti Paralympic we no enya bibi foforo Paralympic we no enya bibi foforo ya anifrafo akodu Australia mo mani ehu ade wo mo nti asem akodu Australia mo ti asem omo ntimi nkasa Ghana fo mo ntimi nkasa akodu Australia mo ntimi kasa Jack Dagati asemaba it is only look oh Ghana Africa look Africa is the only continent Africa is the only continent 100 of years ago ye bo ye maamenom ye bo ye nananom ye bo ye papanom ye bo ye nananom e force wo mu say em for mo bra brochire ye wie ye no ene ma ye sa ye nkoa slaves ye nkoa ni so wie ye kire no a ye de ye fa ahudie sa ma ye no ene Africa for pachaw say be sa ba brochire. I want you to think about what I just said. Nebusa won say inti bibini nso ye nipa. Senior Inuya Trini Jonas Etaka. Ask yourself, Asamabike, what do you think about it? First, we were forced, beaten. They put us in chains. Say ship no, aomudi ebano. Say omunya rough a year days on the sea. Ye 2 year mamini bum egu a year punim as sacrifice to the ocean. Ye mamini momuni edwa omuni medware o. Ye the chains na ewo omo nsan ni a time omuni asa to omo atoponim. Just think about how our forefathers suffered to come out of slavery. And today, they don't need to put chains. And a bronini here say or the chains ever chainy no the ababruchro. And a young and a pacho which are embassies across Africa. And we want to be in the land of Akosibro. Maybe Hannah will be. To me, my country will say, Bana will be ban, my country will say sign, may say brebi. But the antenna, Abanesa. And that is what leads to my conversation today. A DNT, Anna Amana Banese, and Nadia. Ye forces ye be babruchly. One more we ye Paralympic for. One moment say to cha, one moment to cha. Abedu OSLO or me journey. A DNT. That is the question. The person me knew me, you know, Ghana, you know, ye check. And the question day. And then Sunday service, oh, yeah, where Edru Ankasa. Yɛyɛ yɛ adwene mu aduro. Adwene no a ɛwɔ yɛ tim no, yɛyɛ mu aduro ɛnɛ. Now you see, Paralympics for na dwane a wɔn dwane no tells you and I, say, Ghana is a failed state. Yes, it is. Say, a state, a country, na se untimi take care of the vulnerable, the children, the disabled people are a failed state. A reasona ye woman. The amaya wunu sa we nipa dasani ewo wotima. Say we obia or a friend is saying Tima Emma with yonko Emma wunia and the mule say we nipa. It is yet mima one more money be one moment said you chat one more mobile for an opportunity in a game to meet with other people almost the same go through the same physically challenged. That's a bedu was omujanea. It tells you as a nation, as a country, we have failed. Now, failure no enfa the free bar. A free leadership. Failure na make an wasem no. Every leadership. Cornelius Michia. Failure no ye kan wasem enenti. Ama Paralympic if I could do OSLO na o madwane no. It's because of bad leadership. This is not the first time. ABC was Australia. Ghana and Ifrafo could do Australia. Omani huade. Ghana and Ifraf a year friends, Oma Maswa Sisi, Omun Timi Kasa Eko do Australia, Omun Timi Kasa Etiase. Everybody wants to japa from Ghana, including the president himself. Everybody wants to japa, including the ministers of state. Every Ghanaian, and with the Titanic, Eko see Ghana, Takrade Habo, with the Baku see Tema Habo, say Ghana for Embra Brochre, US, Europa. Woman be kind, Ewo Habo, a Sikafo, and no Mabusian for. And yet, for no nebedi kind, a Sikafo, any a friend, a Sikafo, and no Mabusian for the bedi kind. A nation where we live, even the rich proud themselves, say they are foreign trained. A nation that we live in, the president's daughters, proud themselves, say if you are teaching this, what do you expect from the person who is physically challenged when he gets the opportunity to get into such country? He will obviously find way and run away. We live in a country where this particular Sunday, people went to church and they gave special prayers for people who want to travel outside the country. Mebuana, let's not behave like hypocrites. That is where we live in. A chrono ya timino. Amount for just special prayers. See a bit too fine. Pastors collect people's passports. They put it in their suitcases. They have traveled all the way to Atria Mountains and Dufa Mountains. Then they will lay their hands on the passport. So a interviewer. Then some kind of visa. Mebuana. Let's be honest to ourselves. Hey, sweet Roberta, it is saying, "Yan kano kranin chaya ho." Enti Paralympic for no madwane no. Omo dise eso madwane omo kroma che. Esen ka by now kom ka kire the OSLO a friend is saying, authorities say we have more Ghanaians suffering. Some of our mates who are also physically challenged in Ghana going through hell. Paralympic for no. I will prepare a letter. Letter. The man said, issue this letter. Or they send through email. I'm being honest with you. Dean now I am chairman. I am madam for is will be a travel and tour. Ne juma no. Paralympic for chairman or no our travel and tour or the nkofo to kwan. Bisa ne se nkofo do to kwan omoba. Huh? Alfred Michel, my brother. What did I know? Senkaminya Paralympic ni ba said Dr. Ren, this is me. I need you to give us the assist. Oh, metro letter akono very sweet. Me take me time pa no consultation, nothing. Free from my heart. Me to me boase. Then I will put my pen. Nama to me boase atro. Amomo content to seek political asylum. Obeka so say Ghana the Ntokwebi and so what are you seeking? They are seeking an asylum to come away from the poverty, the abject neglect of the society. Yes. Human rights, no. I will base my letter no, on human rights. That their rights have been walked upon in Ghana. Oh yes. Then they will ask, oh, but is it not the Ghanaian government that brought them? Oh yes, Ghanaian government brought them to extort money from them. Hey, look, let me be honest with you. We will never go forward, achieve any greater things unless we change the minds. The leaders that lead the nation, they are evil. They are evil. When you see evil, when you say somebody is an evil person, don't just look further, don't look far. Don't think, say, oh, evil means somebody who is a caricature chabi, our baby, and he wants to devour you, he wants to destroy you. No, evil is simply a person who steals your joy. That's all. Oh yes, Gloria, meniabre pa. Meniabre. Because so many people I say, oh, can we near so? Evil simply means a person who steals your joy. The joy of these Paralympic people have been stolen for many years. Go to Ghana and see. How do we treat disabled people? Physically challenged people? I am a sister B, na machine video back on Nana Donko or USA. I always pray and pity her. I pity that lady. Honestly, I pity her. And I always pray for forgiveness for her. Do you know why? Because you see, this is a lady or no, who enquire we are physically challenged. So to me using a platform to create better awareness for the Ghanaian people. They go through such a physically challenged issues. But you see, in every life, there are opportunities that God create for men. And circumstances that comes your way, that out of that circumstances, you stand on it to create an awareness that will take a lot of people out of that same thing what go through. That is what we call leader. Leader about some GG praises. It's about impacting and changing lives. Changing lives. Let me tell you something. I keep telling people about this Facebook thing. On a normal day, I'm a cool, quiet person. When because my nature, my persona, my upbringing, I'm a quiet person. But I sat down one day. I think to cut the long story short, I realized that no, these people are anymore. Put poison, deliver poison to the Ghanaian. No. Somebody has to speak to them. Somebody needs to speak to them. Somebody has to also get involved and say, no, it's too much. It's not that you're Kuskunibi. It's not that Sebio you're riffraff. It's not that Sebio, you need baby Tibetu. But we cannot allow some people to take advantage of the many Ghanaians. And I said, no, I have to show my face live. I'm not going to be an ass Arimeyao. to hide my face. No. I will show my face and talk about the ills in the society. So now say okata nanim. Yen kata yanim o. Ye bie yani ye sane omuhia edi nkomo. Both MPP and NDC man destroy the nation, especially this Akufo-Addo's government. Yensro. Because ye kasi ye besro dia, a lot will be affected. Lives will be killed. People will die. When I saw ye, when I saw Kasa Asamino, and thereby people are laughing about it. Yeah, yes, the same. But the real issue, the core issue, is about leadership that have failed the people. That is the issue. Yeah, the best say because Sana Ghana for no mass could do Australia no. Sana this say and nobody sacked the minister. The minister was not punished. He was protected. He has even been given another position. He's my friend, Kevas. Kevas. Omoni a friend is saying, a Joy FM boy, yeah, no, yaman in ministerial position, or minister for housing. Could you upon it? They are not better than us. It's the democracy, no? What do you say? And I'm more akwenya to be powerful. And instead of knowing the truth and saving their people from shame and disgrace, they are rather the ones that always bring the shame and disgrace upon the people. That is why I've told you, I've said before, in Ghana, no, apart from Kwame Nkrumah, who was a leader, all the other ones are never ever leaders. Because they don't understand the ethics of leadership. They don't understand the morality behind leadership. They don't. Because you see, when I was growing up, I did not grow up from a rich home. But an average Ghanaian father who was very forceful. But one thing I learned from my father was that as he being the head of the house, no, he will lead the home when it comes to provision of food, clothing. He will give us his best. When it comes to emotional stability, he was there. When it comes to respect to my mother, Teiba, Elizabeth, he was number one. I learned it. When it came to his spiritual, strength, he was the one that taught me. Look, what does the leadership of Ghana, the leaders of Ghana, they teach us how to steal. They teach us how to lie. They teach the people, run away from your country. What do we gain? Let's be honest to ourselves as men and women of the same household, having a conversation. Maybe so. COVID-19 came, Russia-Ukraine war came, Ghana got 33 billion US dollars, $33 billion, not cedis. Ask yourself, these Paralympic people, who even thought about them? To even put in place a system that they can also be given money to take care of themselves. I've got friends who were in Ghana Armed Forces, military. Some of them, during training in Yoma, they don't even care about them. Ghana, Chrono, the leaders continuously steal our joy. So people are always looking outside the country because there is no hope in the country we come from. That is a fact. Let me tell you something. Anybody everywhere than you. To lead the people, you have to be visionary. You cannot lead society when you don't have vision. What is the vision of Akufo-Addo? What is the vision of these politicians? You can't lead. You see, let me tell you something. The European system, It was led by men with vision. The American system was led by men with vision. You can't lead society without vision. Then you are just a blind man. That is why the Bible says that the blind cannot lead, because it knows that you can obtain all the PhDs, all the doctorate, all your professorship, all the school education, but you can still be blind. You can still be a fool. Now come TV no Abdu Michia Bernard Michia. And no na Bible no catch them. So it's not about the schools, the Oxford, the Cambridge, the Harvard, the Princeton, and all those kind of names. No. It's about how can I impact my people? How can I make their life be the best? So that when my son from Ghana sits here on the dinner table, the white man's child from maybe Great Britain or maybe from America will not look down upon my child, because my child has also gotten the same privileges, the same right, the same protection, the same love, the same care, the same best system as the other one also. That is why people are running away to Iran. That is why you see Ghanaians running away to Gabon. Exodus, movement of people, movement of the Ghanaian. Look everywhere in the world. Do you think that is the wishes of the Ghanaian? You think that is the wishes of the Ghanaian? No, that is not a wish of our brothers and sisters. I met some old lady yesterday, and we were having a conversation. She said, "Nana, you man come coffee." And so me coffee, Nana. My person. I had a system here. Become a cura. Hospital papa be any. If you are me ni tap no cry and so ni ma. Only tank na me cry. A good cry me to cry no cry. System no cry no a be connected to the whole house no cry no. It's another thing. It's a dinner. But we live in a country where when you are old, whether you are young, minds are thinking for you to have a comfortable life. I'm not saying rich life, a life of comfort. And that is what every human being deserves. A life that we all can say that this life is comfortable. But in Ghana, no, politicians don't want to give you a life of comfort. But they always want to give their family members a comfortable life. They are always looking for comfortable lives for their family members. So you see them coming to UK, enrolling their children into good schools. Now when this former chairman of Oswampo, and Kawowu or Ghana, you're terminated by UK, you're beside the area. I draw from Boma, when you have to say. TME wa Krono a timino. I see a kind of creature to me for. I'll listen to one brother called Stephen obeying that. Now, Stephen has some more kind idea. Or say, Ghana has a very interesting way of resolving our problems. Or say, our roads are bad. Solution is to provide leaders with Land Cruisers, V8s. That is the Ghanaian solution. Now, two, or saying, fuel prices are skyrocketing. The solution of the leader is to give our leaders fuel coupons. We don't have lights. Make it easy for them to use generator sets and plant for their homes. No water. Give TV chair. No water. They easily can afford private water supplies. Heavy traffic. Nancy, I would say almost on siren. Solution no opening. Pass a legislation to exempt our leaders from being in traffic. Our solution to every problem is to rise above the problem and leave the masses to endure. serious country we are. This is coming from our own brother, Stephen Obin Dao. Say, a quenya, yankomo movie it. Ye means you know, yankoman paying for news, you know, mono. Say, fuel, and an idea, and paying for the Yamamu coupon on Fankoto fuel. How can a society become better when leadership thinks like this, acts like this, behave like this? Now, and a Sunday service, so let me bring it a bit in context with a year, the Bible eka, efa, abwa, weye odwan. Now, upa abwa we jimia, onim nyansa, eye odwan. The dumbest animal God made, a sheep. Why? Because in the land of the sheep, there is no leadership. There is no leadership when it comes to say a more in nine omuna omuni obi odi woman. And intina omuya the dumbest animal created by God. It is a unama unhunu say inyan kwa leader bi di woman there be omukomuti bom yo no more sing sana nyan ti. Ade na ma odwan eye aboa Jimini. Odwan ebedi obi achi because oni obi a otimi among women oye odikani a omu esuan nti any aboa bia odwan bedi achi because omu lacking leadership. Now, we obi a okwa aso na efro so we sheep a the pastor catch on so we kwase we odwan we aboa oni nyansa because you will follow any Tom, Dick and Harry person. You will follow anything nyansani etibia nyansam from bia ubedi na chi because you join. That is how many Ghanaians, as a matter of fact, the millions of Ghanaians that support to MPP and NDC followers. Now, that is how our material. Now, we cannot continuously shout hallelujah and die broken. We cannot. If we live in a country where we say Ghana is a country made up of Christians, then we must as well feel the impact of Christianity. That we can care for one another, love one another, create opportunities for one another, so that one another can be also a blessing to the society, not just a few people. Now, TME. Leadership, it leads you to your destination. So if somebody says, I'm a leader, I said the person has to have a vision to lead us to a destination. So what is the destination of Ghanaians? Our destination is to prosper. Our destination is to come out of poverty. Our destination is to overcome poverty. Our destination is to overcome shortage of water. Our destination is to have a better life. Sebeka America, we want to go for sightseeing. Or maybe Our expertise are needed. But here in America, because of the bad policies, of the nature of how our country has been run down, America, we are called for a purpose. Now, vision is more important than leadership. Vision is more important than leadership. And that is the reason why generations after Kwame Nkrumah see Nkrumah as a great leader. Why? Because he had vision. And his vision was simply that the black man is capable of managing his or her own affairs. To it, the black man must be a mighty human being, powerful when it comes to defense, powerful when it comes to health, powerful when it comes to education, powerful when it comes to finances, powerful when it comes to the creativeness of the people, or mere Ghanaians or Africans. So he had a vision. And his vision was that we should be powerful when it comes to electricity. We should be powerful when it comes to roads. We should be powerful when it comes to trade and commerce. We should be powerful in building our own country, having a made in Ghana goods. When you have countries, our leaders know any vision, what do we see? We will continuously see exodus of people leaving the shores of Ghana, including educated ones. And that is a fact. Me free. You buy any uncle. Hey, who call there? Now hey, now buy a steady. Hey, who buy no kwa? Who can we bush yanko did ye? You buy any uncle. Me may who say me yes, me need Kali you can no natural. Kagana ni your mommy and come now. In German, no better, Sena Ghana, no, yes. It was a normal, but name, yes, I better name one. Tiaba Suku, ye, and see a cockrano, there be my miss at Tana. In farming cratan and farm out because me banu. Oh, papa's you okay? Cocoa school snibby. I mean, the cray, and I will meet you. And that is the fact, that is the truth. And the NAC, you know, say Paralympic phobia Ghana is because the leadership, you know, they need vision for even the Paralympic people. Recently, Ghana phobia athletes we go through Mika. Call games bisa. One more corner mangasan the tom pop watom a tom nioma. We about Kuko Mika Munibia by who said Ghana new cra. Obekun woman. We are not naturalized as a Dutch citizen, as a Dutch passport. Obi a Kuko Mika Ghana. Onyam ye boy yabasu, a boy team panel. O come Mikana Maya no who say a chrono how no come Mikana Mo, Roman vision man no. O Jane, I got now land. But naturalize it because woman name in Fasono. Yeah, they name in Faso. Don't know the value of the Paralympic people. We don't know value of women. We don't know value of children. We don't know value of the men in our society. The interventions being the wow. Who the MPs friend say presidential candidate for no money na mo bapro. Who the busa wo say omo visions na omo kan nsem omo kan na you say enya samwa boy bra any man for na ti krom wo no ene ne omo a omo fam no utimi say akwa so ma ko read textbooks bi and omo yi sa textbooks no omo yi omo visions na free sa textbooks nim but man for na ti krom ankasa omo nya research enwunu man for no ankasa deɛ wɔ mu hia ɛbɛboa wɔn mpuntu ɛbi wɔn nyɛ nti wonte nsɛm a wɔn ka ɛfa disabled people no wonte nsɛm a wɔn ka ɛfa ɛyɛ children wɔn yɛ under ɛyɛ below the age of 16 vision no wɔn ni bi ma no wɔn ni vision ma kora na wɔyɛ from 16 to 24 no vision bɛn na wɔn ma no. Tiwose nkora no nenamu saa meninamu obrade me ado ekyire meninamu nto nenamu ano kodu Libya no fight as a Ghanaian citizen. As what they said, the American, at the age of 16, Iran, that is how Americans will reason. The British will say, hey, now dear wako, you couldn't to me provide it. Pagana de oh, once I cried the way I like cry now, one way free Marco Libya, or the own down Yami Ase, Sana society, the leaders will tell you. Because they are failures. They failed. Ali Mahama Michel. And these are the things I go through until we realize and recognize. Say, Abrabona Yebono. It's time for us to take our own destiny into our own hands. This world is a race. That is why we call human beings. Yes, we race against each other. That is refers as a race. We are racing against the Chinese. The Chinese is racing against the Americans. It is a human race. It is a woman share with you. Your children will become servants and slaves to the Washishani. Sanity. We will be led by the Chinese people, we will be led by the Americans, we will be led by the British. Because we want to become leaders of our own and take our destiny into our own hands and make the necessary changes that will bring development to our people. And it's very sad. Will say, vision creates the leader. The Emma Obia or no vision is they see the future and then they prepare now, work now, do things now that will help in Chilima. When we was building the Akosombo Dam, you and I were not there. They are woman and paying for a while. I won't dear. Yamin shop no more did no international winning in check. No more for Munyan and my boy. But in Kurma Jineme was said no, and maybe Baba may yan Kania to create Akosombo. Genevieve Michel, Ben Rogers Medasi Michel. But in a source doctor, your WhatsApp, your Matty, Eti Chrono we have to start renewing our minds and recognize, say, even as you being a follower, there is some instinct to be a tiwumua who said, no, I can also lead in a way that will help my country. So we are all involved. Who do you movies are here in Ghana? I hear movies are America for a year. I hear movies are now here Hollywood, the two mattresses now to me say people are shaping the nation, shaping the world. What are we shaping? How can we come out of the poverty? Why should we be a country blessed with so many natural resources, and yet we are still going to, a friend is saying, Gabon, Rwanda, a friend is saying, Brazil. Look at the countries, Ghana, where we want to go there in search of what? They say greener pasture. Hey, na green a bit in Ghana, Kruno. A cray, what diamond, what bauxite, manganese, cocoa, timber, magnesium, lithium, oil, gas. Into green a bit what baby sing croway. Say green a bit what baby sing croway. Now it's because the leadership has failed. That is why water always keep flowing at the backyard of Ghanaians, and we are shouting and saying we are thirsty because we cannot see. Say water no, you bet me ednim dia kanwa, you bet me nyan wo film ni, it may be a tap, it may nsuano. Sa nim dia ni bi. Get the camphone dia nim as leaders no should show us the way that we can go, so that we will not depart from the ways of truth, the ways that will take us out of poverty. It is Ghana Nino or them Kronimo, what in the tip in Pim Libya, at the age of 16, 14, 15, not 17, 18, which we could do Agades, Nanka Kranga Kranwana, or Europe, Nimu repair. Then the Europeans will benefit from that Ghanaian. We should be to say, Inaki, and in India Nikomwa. The way on my men on Papa no bre ya struggle for a Liberia upon the name one upon the name desert. So I know you could do more about a friend is saying a year Spain. Look at how today their sons have become a pivot for a year the Spanish country when it comes to sports, football. And I'm a boy. Papa bi me kind of yaw or a sports commentator. But now Ghana as a journalist. Those days near Shenwood TV. So one of the men I will share TV. When you bet this over so more Kasa Ghana TV. So talking about sports or so many Ghana chroming to me to them. What did Tam one within the Baby do you can mean kind of yaw? You want a basic kind of Brixton. You kuni ya. Jidis and Kagana, no, Nanki Ashishini, Abuabua, and what? Because some of these people don't because my mamma's me bantine, Munonko school, even we will be near Jumai. I dear we school now, near Jumai. Into gold, no one in Fasoma Ghana, no, but gold, no one Fasoma, a year the Canadian, no, gold, no one Fasoma, a year the Englishman into 2 year gold in the by UK. No, they have a bonny sick buy. No, when you have more reserves. And so you too good we buy UK. I mean, child, yeah. Then so kakra no amenya wo krom ha no. Me hunu say mining company, be gold mining company do a. Wo mining company na ye coal. Coal no so see no kra no. Enye biem because those days of the coal, they move away from coal mining. But ye no nim dia no e de be kan gold no. Sa nim dia no prince e bi ni wo. Eric, me mo akwa ba bi ni wo. Enti Ghana ni nam kronim wako school no JSS. When nyanim dia bi a information be about gold. Wako SS. When nya information be about the diamond, about the bauxite, about the manganese. How can such a person add value to the gold, the diamond, the bauxite, and the manganese? How can somebody add value when he has no knowledge about the mineral resources? When the white man told you that the street of heaven is full of gold, he's trying to tell you that your heaven call of Boise and your gold now what is well. That is why Kufaru told us here Tisikaso, and so I come here. Because our leaders don't have the knowledge to add to the gold, the diamond, the bauxite, the manganese. I been home fast. Ghana, why must we worry ourselves? Say, Chinchine shine. We are now find X. They be our X also now. Excess what TS Malata market. They be I and fine why. Ya also your friend so our mefie. And they be when A plus B so and so S great to the power de ya nothing antimusa chew and pour. Now China nini ba no we you gold near diamond ko. You repuye man. Ta missing girls basically you who Canadian girls near whom. How can you live in a country where the foreigners are even protected more than the citizens? We can ask them Ghana pen only foreign and Ninya someone. Namoko police station, police never arrested the citizen who were just a foreigner. The mentality, the mindset. Our mindset is so corrupt. The leaders and nature, behavior, characteristics, and a young yes, because a Koranus Yandi would dear name. That is what we've been learning. And you did cronim. To bet ye go. Into we buy education or they call 4 years, we buy education or they call 3 years. And so education is a means to solve a problem. That is the meaning of education. Education be a means to solve a problem. That's all. Gaining knowledge to solve a problem. That is education in simple terms. So why say yentimi nyanim die no de be solve your good issues no? I make with us. And then yentimi mfa nim die no nka gold no. And then I see a chairman do at the age of university and say the importance of gold. About mining. Why? I don't think I wouldn't the importance of water. Or sorry, I could gold will assume no sense you. Because one children, the old cartoon water is life. But how can water is life? One children. And I need things in quick fixing. How can we move forward? The Paralympic before the end of the year, they will japa. This will not be the end though. They will japa until we find solutions to our problem. And don't let anybody lie. You say we are no. You can for cry brain tears. Some brain. Yam kwasia kasa jaika. Now you gone any. Obi be unti unso be wu. Mebusa. Obi fieshe inti eza unso peja to die. Ah. Sasana wo kan dia. That is what you want to tell us. It engine too. We came here to be the best and leave a great legacy. That is why I keep telling people, say, don't settle for anything less. My leaders not and say we should settle for things that are less. Takeaways be na fatu to also swing before the week. Leadership and followership. Now listen to it. Leadership determines the quality of a follower. A leader determines the quality of the follower. So when you see the lives of Ghanaians, they say we don't have quality life. It is because of the leadership that we have. I mean, Supermont, you are invited. Ghana no ayem kwani mu Ghana na aye bre ye wo kire ye no because of the leadership. Joseph Emisa Michia. It's because of the leadership. Leadership determines the quality of followers. If our lives are going to be better in our villages, then we should have leaders one way very, very visionary, because they will determine the quality lives in our villages. They will determine the quality lives in our cities and in our town. So if our leaders do not have that thing called vision, no, the wisdom, the application now, apply, our lives will be worse off. Teacher, leadership determines the quality of followers. Quality lives of followers. Now, leadership determines the mentality of followers. Tia Kufuado so wakasa. Okasa biara. Tia Baumia so wakasa. Okasa biara. That is the reason why they will appoint Napo as a running mate, and he will also come and talk biara. Because the leadership determines the mentality of the follower. That is why I won't Ghana for your mentality, no sanity. Poverty mentality, we have accepted it. Ghanaians accept poverty. Why must you accept poverty? When you come from a country that was referred as a gold coast, do you know the importance of gold? If we are talking about people should be poor, it should be the Singaporeans. If we are talking about countries that people should be poor, then it should be about countries, they say Malaysia, not you that comes from a country that there is gold, there is diamond, bauxite, manganese, cocoa, timber, magnesium, iron ore, salt, basalt rock, you name them. You see, there are things in Ghana that we should not be poor. So don't accept poverty as a friend. Leadership will determine the mentality of the people. Hey, Uncle Coxon, I am doing well. Long time, Uncle. Number 3, leadership determines the morality of followers. He wants to determine the morality behavior of Ghanaians as a leader. The Sunday service, no, and I had leadership determines the attitude of followers. What is the attitude of the Ghanaian? What is the attitude of the Ghanaian? That the point, the attitude, a point of view. And to say how people think, how people act, how people behave, how people feel about things. And the people will keep japa, that japarism there, it will continue. We are going to hear and see more japarization of Ghanaians. It's a movement, it's exodus. Because our leaders know the way they feel, the way they act and behave. They don't think about Ghanaians. So they determine the attitude of Ghanaians. So Ghanaians now lives, I don't care. Sex beaters, yes. Leadership determines the commitment of followers. And then you free Ghana so. Mind the you leader and son of a catcher into Obekacho said when the fundamentals are weak, the city will expose you. So as for seed a ritual issue. Or free or trying to opposition, the now is a ritual issue. Leadership determines the destiny of followers. This is very important. Now, for way 2 or 3, leadership determines the destiny of followers. Today, the destiny of Ghanaians is in the hands of the IMF. True or false? Today, every Ghanaian, our destiny lies in the hands of the international monetary funds. Our leaders are the ones and will determine the destiny of you and I. You see, years ago, there was a man in Guyana, my friend Jim Jones, or a pastor. I was sorry, no friend, church members, and they said, no poison, but forest. Church members no poison. Jim Jones, a pastor. Only the entire I see here, only the entire poison. Because they never asked, where are you taking us? And many of us are your followers, no? Are you follow political parties, no? We don't ask them, where is the destination? Where are you taking the nation? If we had asked Akufo-Addo, Maybe I do my name. Maybe I can man a chance. TBA. So leadership determines the destiny of the countrymen and women. The same will happen to Adum Che members. And already Adum Che be a crowd here. The member be crowd here. Or the Sobuluma, the Bama, the Bana crisis were free move. I stand to be corrected. And I'm a boy. Some of the church member be a man the bas Sobulu. Akrane yare or see a man is Sobulu, the Sobulu meaning Sobulu and Bokoni way a year as soon as I said, dear woman, this far crane meaning. Jim Jones, Guyana, Sano, because nobody asks questions. Ghanaians don't like to ask questions. Ask questions, oh Tom, because if you don't ask, you don't know the motive of people. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask. So me no say platform, so Facebook, YouTube platform, WhatsApp platform, create a Telegram. Now I see you as a suspect. I will call you behind. I say, I mean, you questions. Do not shy away from asking questions. I've always said on my platform, there is nothing like asking stupid questions. Answer or when answer there is nothing on earth a foolish question. Never. It's the answer a person gives. And I'll be going to say, we're Jimmy, and I'm answering. So ask questions. That is why children are very inquisitive. They ask questions. Oh, me man, they will be questions. So question will be sound or Ghana, the one person son and the one fast for the same questions and the money will be sound or UK. How can we move as a nation? So leadership, as I said, determines the destiny of followers. And that is why our destiny today as a nation is being determined by the IMF, because our leaders were not thinkers. They had no vision for us. So they spent recklessly, they borrowed recklessly, they acted recklessly, they behaved recklessly. That is why today we've run to the IMF to police our economy, to think for us, to lead us, to show us the way, because our leaders could not lead us into the land of prosperity. They could not lead us and take us out of the poverty. In the end, Yakofa Broni Biapa. Can you imagine a country that gained independence in 1957 and in 1960? We were doing mighty things, made in Ghana products. And today, we don't even have made in Ghana matches. We don't even have made in Ghana ties. We don't even have made in Ghana corned beef. We don't even have made in Ghana textbooks. Krabi beer. We have now you manufacture your own juke sack. They did cocoa no gum no bottom. Ni enkokra ene bottom a ministers be MPCB both in MPP and NDC no and your own business no nkokra abeku santana nkokra juke sack abeku santana NDC work power now one of the business of the nyesika a juke sack rubber kind of Are you telling me say we cannot produce, we cannot manufacture, we cannot do? The minds of the Ghanaian is very creative. That is why when you take the Ghanaian out of Ghana, now planting in Oslo, he becomes among the best or with the best. That is why when you plant the Ghanaian, given the opportunity in the United States of America, you will see the Ghanaians doing exploit. That is why when you leave the Ghanaian in the United Kingdom, you will see them becoming MPs, chancellors, because they had a platform. When they are in Ghana, where is the platform? Ghana leaders things that are easy for us to access. That is why I started by saying, the evil man, no, look no further. Don't look far. The evil person is the one that steals your joy. You are down phobia will steal with joy. He or she is your evil. Run away from such a person. Flee away from such negative people. Because you need people that can add to your faculty. Your mind is your heaven and your mind is your hell. Comes the ideas. Wait media manufacture, wait media build, wait media produce. Understand it and believe it. And paying for not doing your and a debia recycling. So at this particular moment in time, we should be giving ourselves the honor, the respect that we deserve. But respect and honor, it is not something that you force on somebody to honor you or respect you. It is earned. So if our leaders don't earn respect, they will never get it. We did chat to her. You couldn't hear who was despite him. Any rich man in Ghana, legally rich person, not through dubious means, who by respecting and say, do you wish that their children is your downfall? That is how life and society is. That is why people want to stay. That is why our Paralympic people will go to Oslo and they will run away because they want to be sons and daughters of the Norwegians. Because there lies a better life. Nobody wants a life full of stress. A life comfortable. And that is why you see women life comfort, because God created them in his image that they should have a comfortable life. But what do we see in Ghana? Our women do not even have a comfortable life. And in America, now what Danya say, so when you American citizenship, when American passport, no free fee, mommy. No senisika komane mame kokona koda pastor say me nyame ayama do me American citizenship, me American passport. I am proud to be called an American citizen. Senka America to say Nigeria and one person obey to say American citizen. But American to say Nigerian, he or she proud himself or herself to be an American citizen because America provides jobs for him or her. Respect is earned. Let me tell you something. In my own fear, I keep telling you, I'm not a son of a rich man. A son of a charcoal seller. And then so I don't be it me any more didn't come. But that does not mean saying I'm son in India and be what that be. Means somebody be a car. When I answer him my touching. You say free rent on Tino and some fat. Abi. Also, I believe you own your own thought. I mean, can't say me, Jesus. I mean, other grandfathers. And there was one particular grandfather. Now, phoning in now, or fancy phoning in a person because I'm an anifie. He was rich and mighty. And what was it? Near cow was yes, he can't no can be. Then my grandfather, my papa. I see a conifie. Because ni fear na be hunu jacuzzi. Ni fear na be hunu say the bathroom is a swimming pool. And to one say no about brand here automatic for people to respect. That is life. That is society. That is why as American iba Ghana no on a citizen ebe rakro ni mu a wo we are citizen who cry stop more SHO more saying the foreigner no all because of America. He wants American passport. It will grow no ankasa the respect the man no ameto munu na na the man no because what dream baby will free ba say ni papa no ni nananom no o mabobra am America na mighty and powerful. Oh child. Say as you person nya respect no a ya chichiri kuro ni ya be ori kuro no a na your defense is strong, your health system is powerful, your education system is great, lives of the people both men and women, the average Ghanaian life no the minimum wage they said that one America and UK no what in the passport do UK who crowd pamono because baby I will free back or you're well off. But who Bible try? That's what say about. Why? Because they don't want you to become a burden onto their system. Because when you say yes, I'm being honest with you. Nobody wants to be a friend to the poor man. Nobody. I sorry, I will call Pentecost when we say a chairman was sorry there. We will call Pentecost. We say I ain't any chairman was sorry there. Pentecost for physical. The only thing that can make Ghanaians ever call OSLO Munjanino is a system you will fear or qua or the number to so Obenya Moto. Obenya Niji, Obenya Jumaye, Kakrabon the bottom. There is a system a provided for the needy, for the poor. Do OSLO no. What? Ojidie. It's a system never one. To a Johnny. Oh, what you trying to say? The way you pay your bay and say, you go winning was it. The Ben as I deal with 2 better. It's fat and him dear for. So, of course, school, but when him dear no qua, so when answer no quadia, yam for woman and friend boom, my near show mine ye. Now a mine also, and the munyam and tossle to say the tall China for so 1978. Do your research about the Chinese people. They were referred as backward people in society. They were referred by the Europeans as the non-entity people. And in 1978 by their leader, Deng Xiaoping. So, Obiango Baku. China, from 1978 to 1989, China, led by Deng Xiaoping, took 700 million people out of poverty. Ghana, your population, 200 million. So it can be done and it is possible. It can be done and it is possible. Because leaders determine the destiny of their followers. But the leader now, Timono, I didn't know no division. Maybe I know. Now, in ending, I want to tell you this. Attitude, belief, confidence as a nation, leaders, attitude. Say jata ehunu aboa bi wo nwure mu a the jata ne dwene said this is my lunch. But the thing says obi say jata no ono na the biggest animal or forest ni one na there be jata ono na the smartest animal in the forest na there be. But jata ewo attitude. Jata wo attitude. And a two our belief. And that is what Kwame Nkrumah gave us. That belief that the black man is capable of managing his or her own affairs. Let's believe it. Let's believe. Start with belief. That is the biggest prophecy I can give you in life. That is the best advice my father gave me. Believe. Believe. GD is the biggest medicine. A drobian was seen GD. A drobian was I so. I see GD. So we need GDR. Untimi made in Ghana product. Untimi building bridges and roads. Because you have the knowledge and you need the belief. Believe in the Ghanaian. That is how the Chinese started. They were referred as non-entities. They were insulted. Oh, China product, 79. China product, 80. China product, 82, 83. Gao, China, the Omobibia said, Chan. Everybody poo-poo the Chinese products. Everybody was talking negative of Chinese product. 84. Chinese product, 86, 87, people started believing in Chinese product. They had to put it by force for people to believe them. They worked hard. If you look down upon a Ghanaian, you will never succeed as a nation. We need to have confidence in ourselves. Ghana University, why you co-port? Yes, Reno, a better when your confidence is so bit to be a single port. We laugh at anything. Ghana has become a comedy channel. Everybody wants things that will make them laugh. That is a sign of depression. Signs of depression. Be our person energy. The opposite of depression, or no be no person energy. So baby no was and yes, the crown was or you're depressed. Need people confidence. No, you're for Gideon show. These are the things we need to teach our people. These are the things we need to inspire our people. What in America? Who go holidays to a villager? Per friend is saying a year per baby. Only woman need come up. Per projector be. Per video be a be inspire Korana wo village one. In Korea car toys. That is how it started by the Chinese people. Omo here robotics. Nyoma. Per baby for inspire on call for no. I keep telling some of my friends on a particular platform I work. One platform be what's that platform? I inspire them and they inspire me also. We also Dr. Remy Manko school, but me Barbaro Chino, me who say, or you okone crasia, on your time, on your mirror, or Jimmer, church and phone, church and phone, because what the child in that village needs, no, somebody who inspire, somebody who be like a mentor, somebody who can instill in him or her a belief, an attitude, a confidence attitude. So be to me. Oyakoto. Otona nchene saya menyatwi kotokoto bie ochena obasesa no because and I'm saying to the say na anu de na eche kakra this time the anche odi na we koye ne sa na anu de na fa kakra ka ho. This is how the Chinese people built. Today in 1978 TMA there was no one millionaire in China in 1978. As a matter of fact, Jimmy Carter of United States of America and the Boa China for gave them some loans, trained some of the people. In 1978, there was not even a single millionaire in the city of in the country called China. In the city of Beijing, there was no rich man in Beijing. In 1978, this is not 50s, so this is not 40s. This is not 200 years ago. I'm talking about 1978. Now, at that time, Deng Xiaoping believed that in the next 50 years, Chinese people were going to produce billionaires. Millionaires in Puno. But he had a vision and a belief. And he had things, purpose put in place to drive the economy, industrialization, bring about the creative minds of the Chinese people. So city. He doesn't care. What he cares is what you can contribute. Now, Timmy, as I speak to you today, the world billionaires do every China. In the whole world, there were 814 billionaires of mere Chinese. They can buy Ghana if they want to buy Ghana. Timmy. They can buy Ghana if they want to buy Ghana. How are they going to buy? By partnering with some Ghanaians and buy lands. Have greater shares. That's all. What to prove? He said, yeah, Obesomo talk in Zimafua, I see 20,000 acres. Chinese Americans in the title. So Ebusia, I am a firm believer say Ghana be. But I see a shot say baby. We need to have a stronger foundation. Those days say iPhone made in China now. Yes. Oh, most of and America crowd your mum be bring China. Ghana, you say China they are taking over. But I just have to tell you. Yeah, you be down. And you see a shot here in 1957, 58, 59, 60, near your Tata bus, near your bus, assembled, manufactured in Ghana, near your car ties. Yeah, the mat a year belt a year friend is saying a Peugeot, France, number two car ties, Ghana. Now your friend is saying a year Renault, number two car ties, Ghana. Yeah, you be down. So where did we go wrong and the baton fell off? That is where we have to examine and build upon. The negative on Ghana, it's about time we change the mindset. Also, some leaders, we should continuously put pressure on them to do the right thing because we all deserve the best, not only few, not the president, and any ministers, any appointees. Every Ghanaian child, irrespective of which village you come from, irrespective of your religion or your background, you deserve the best. Abusua mede wie no a mede gya wo na me kɔ no asɛm baako a mede begya wo ɛne sɛ believe gidi sɛ Ghana ɛbɛyɛ. God bless our homeland Ghana, make our nation great and strong. I mean, chair ɛyɛ Hudu Kotoko, ɛyɛ Prince, ɛyɛ James Fimichao, Mystical, Mystilicious, sorry. Michiamu nyinaa, mami fosu a michiamu nyinaa. Mitobi biase, George Akable, Eric, mo a mobile nyinaa no a ɛgya mbɛ support Dr. Bernard Michiao, mo a mbɛ support nyinaa, mo share nyinaa wɔ ɛyɛ YouTube, Facebook so. Meda obi biase. Otiasie, ɛyɛ Owura Ebenezer, Michia Daniel Mensah, Michia Pasolo, Victor, Michia mpanyinfoɔ Newton Akwa, mpanyinfoɔ a mobile na bedamase, sɛ mobile. And adwumadie na ha ɛne de besi. Thank you so much. Untumi follow your freedom fighters follow Shine Your Eye TV or your freedom fighter or any David, our 44 Muniachi, Utuaba TV or Fire. Follow all of our brothers and sisters. Why? We call a year TikTok a man and so more mobile a Dr. Rent page where Ura Beku Backman, a year Ura Robinson Coxon for Atta the Damunina Master. Let's have a great week. Peace and more blessings. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Let's all have a great week. Peace and long life to Ghana.